Hello, dear students. Welcome into the fourth lecture on complex symmetric titration. Myself, Mr. Mangesh Pale. I am working as an assistant professor at Gokhale Education Society's Arts, Commerce and Science College, Chawar. In previous lecture, we have seen types of EDTA titration. In today's lecture, we are going to start the metallochromic indicators. In that, we will see theory of the metallochromic indicators, then requirements of metallochromic indicators, and what are the examples of the metallochromic indicators that we are going to see in this video. Okay. So the indicators, the definition: a metallochromic indicator or metal ion indicator is a compound which is capable of forming a color complex with the metal ion at a particular pH. This is the definition. असल में मेटेलोक्रोमिक इंडिकेटर क्या होता है, उसको हम मेटल आयन इंडिकेटर भी बोल सकते हैं. इट इज़ ए ऑक्सिलरी कंपाउंड. उसकी कैपेबिलिटी क्या होती है? इट फॉर्म a colored complex with a metal ion. That means whatever ion we are going to estimate, along with that ion it will form a colored complex. उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? मेटलोक्रोमिक इंडिकेटर. Under suitable conditions, the metal ion indicator complex has an intense color which is sharply different than the uncomplex indicator. That means वैसे जो मेटल इंडिकेटर जो होता है, इस इनिशियल स्टेज में उसका जब वो रहता है उसमें उसका अलग कलर होता है. जब हम उसको मेटल आयन सॉल्यूशन में ऐड कर लेते हैं तब उसका अलग कलर दिखता है. नाउ वी विल सी द रिक्वायरमेंट्स ऑफ मेटल आयन इंडिकेटर. देयर आर टोटल 10 requirement. That means what should purchase that metal ion indicator. Okay, while we doing the titration, the requirement of a metal ion indicator for the use in a visual detection of endpoint are as follows. First will be the color must be sufficiently intense. That means that we can see easily our naked eyes, so that minimum amount of indicator can be used. Second, the color reaction must be such that before the end point, when nearly all the metal ions are complex with EDTA, the solution is strongly colored. That means whatever sample solution we have taken, that entire ion, when it will form complex with EDTA, then that solution must impart the strong color. Third, the color reaction should be specific or at least selective. Fourth one, the color of the free indicator and metal indicator complex must be easily distinguishable. Fifth one, the change in equilibrium from metal indicator complex to the metal EDTA complex should be sharp and rapid. मतलब कि जो मेटल इंडिकेटर कॉम्प्लेक्स जो पहले बनेगा, क्योंकि जब हम मेटल आयन सॉल्यूशन लेते कोनिकल फ्लास्क में तब हम इंडिकेटर डालते तो उसका एक अलग कलर दिखता है हमें, क्योंकि मेटल इंडिकेटर कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म हो जाता है. और जब हम टाइट्रेंट सॉल्यूशन ब्यूरेट में से कोनिकल फ्लास्क में ऐड कर लेते हैं, मतलब कि EDTA, जब मेटल इरिटेट कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म हो जाएगा पूरे के पूरे, तो इट शुड change the color very sharply. That will be the requirement. Now sixth one, the indicator must be very sensitive to metal ions, that is to pm. Pm, what is pm? That is potential of the metal ion. That means any kind of, that we have seen in very beginning of this chapter, that is pm, that is potential of the metal ion, so that color change occurs as near to the equivalence point as possible. Seventh one, the metal indicator complex must possess sufficient stability to have less stable color change. However, the metal indicator complex must be less stable than the metal EDTA complex to ensure that at the equivalence point or endpoint, EDTA removes metal ions from the metal indicator complex. See, that means at the endpoint, all the metal ions complex with indicator that will be removed and it will form complex with EDTA. Ninth one, the indicator must be stable in the titration medium and preferably on storage also. Further, for practical use, it should be commercially available in adequate purity. Now, last one, all these above requirements must be fulfilled in the pH range in which the proposed titration is to be carried out. So these are the requirements of the metal ion indicators. Now we will see theory of metal ion indicators. Success of EDTA titration depends upon the precise determination of endpoint. A reaction involving metal ion indicator in EDTA titration can be written as. That means what are the reaction with metal and indicator and then metal and tightened solution, that means the irritate solution that we are going to see. In this case, first of all, when indicator is added to that of the metal ion solution, मान लो कि in conical flask we have taken the 10 ml any kind of metal ion solution, okay. Into that metal ion solution, when we add the auxiliary substance, or you can say metal ion indicator, then what will happen? Okay, what will be the reaction when metal ion indicator is added to the solution of a metal? A complex MIN is formed. M stand for here metal and IN stand for indicator. Okay, that means it will form a metal indicator complex. This imparts a definite color to the solution which is different from color of free indicator. See, that means the indicator present in a free state, at that time it will show either any kind of color, but it will when we add into the metal ion solution, it will impart a different color rather than its free state. Okay, now this is the reaction. See, हमने क्या किया था, पहले मेटल आयन सॉल्यूशन लिया था. Okay, suppose metal ion consists of a plus charge, right? When we add indicator plus IN, that is indicator, it will form MIN complex, that is metal indicator complex. Simple one, simple reaction is there, right? That means it will form metal indicator complex and it will impart a different characteristics color. Okay, now when we apply law of mass action of this reaction, then that equation becomes, this one will be the equation, right? That is KIN, that will be the constant for the indicator, is equal to concentration of metal indicator complex upon concentration of M plus ion, that is metal ion, into concentration of indicator. Okay, where KIN is indicator constant, M plus is the metal ion concentration, ion minus is the concentration of indicator, and MIN, that is concentration of metal indicator complex. ओके, हमने क्या किया, मेटल आयन सॉल्यूशन लिया. सपोज वी हैव टेकन 10 ml, देन into that metal ion solution we have add the metallochromic indicator, then it will form a complex, right? Now when we add EDTA, that is titrant solution from the burette into the conical flask, which consists of a what, indicator and metal ion solution, that means metal indicator complex, right, with a particular color, right? Then initially EDTA forms complex with free metal ions available in a solution. शुरू में क्या होता है, EDTA क्या करता है, कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म करता है, किसके साथ, जो भी फ्री मेटल आयन प्रेजेंट होंगे उसके साथ क्या कर लेता है, वो कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म कर लेता है EDTA. Then see, this is the reaction. Initially metal indicator complex may be present, right? Plus when we add EDTA, it will form metal EDTA complex, then indicator will be free. Okay, right? First will be the metal indicator complex, then last one the metal EDTA complex will be formed. The reaction will proceed if metal indicator complex is less stable than the metal EDTA complex. Okay. The degree of dissociation of metal indicator complex is very low and free metal ions first get complex with EDTA. असल में डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन जो भी होता है किसका, मेटल इंडिकेटर कॉम्प्लेक्स का, उसका बहुत कम होता है. ओके, और कम होने के वजह से जो भी फ्री मेटल आयन रहते हैं इसमें सॉल्यूशन में, तो इजीली कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म कर लेते हैं किसके साथ, EDTA के साथ. फाइनली मेटल आयन इज displaced from its indicator complex and forms complex with EDTA, liberating free indicator. फाइनली क्या हो जाता है, जो भी मेटल आयन रहते हैं उसकी जो प्लेस होती है, मतलब मेटल इंडिकेटर जो भी कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म होता है वो फ्री हो जाते हैं कि उसके EDTA की वजह से जो भी इंडिकेटर कॉम्प्लेक्स जो फॉर्म रहता है उसमें से इंडिकेटर जो है वो फ्री स्टेट में चला जाता है और EDTA के साथ जो भी मेटल आयन बचे हुए हैं वो कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म कर लेते हैं. Hence the color change at the end point is that of metal indicator complex to the original color of indicator IN will be observed. Note, important note here, metal ion indicator also behave as a pH indicator. The color change of indicator is affected by hydrogen ion concentration of the solution. For example, Eriochrome black tea or EBT, which may be represented as H2 ion minus, okay, exhibits following color change at various pH range. C. एग्जाम्पल लिया हुआ है, ठीक है, कौन सा वाला, एरिक्रोम ब्लैक टी दैट इज EBT, उसका शॉर्ट फॉर्म जो बना है H2 ion माइनस. ओके, दैट इज इंडिकेटर कंसिस्ट ऑफ ए 2 हाइड्रोजन आयन. और अब हमने अभी देखा कि जो भी कलर चेंज होता है इंडिकेटर का उस वो कैसे अफेक्ट हो जाता है उसका वो टोटली डिपेंड ऑन दी हाइड्रोजन आयन कॉन्सेंट्रेशन। शुरू में जो और ऑल्सो पीएच डिपेंडेंट शुरू में H2 आयन जो भी है दैट मीन्स इंडिकेटर के पास दो हाइड्रोजन है और पीएच 5.3 से कम है दैट मीन्स एसिडिक पीएच इज देयर। इन दैट एसिडिक पीएच the EBT or Erythrom black tea indicator show red color, and when we increase the pH of the indicator solution up to around the neutral, at that time one hydrogen will be liberated. Then indicator consists of a H ion 2 minus charge. Then it will show blue color, and when we increase the pH 10.3 to 12.5, it will show the orange or yellow orange color, but all hydrogen will be liberated and indicator consists of a 3 minus charge. Okay, this is the example of the metallochromic indicator, that is EBT. Now examples of metal ion indicators. First one will be the Erythrom black tea indicator. It is a dark powder with a slightly metallic luster. It works in the pH range of 8 to 10.5. It is generally used as its sodium salt. See, we have in above formula we have seen H2 minus. That means it consists of a sodium plus. Okay. It is used for detection of a number of metals like barium, cadmium, titanium, cobalt, nickel, calcium, lead, manganese, strontium, tin, etc. Okay. Below pH 6, the solution of erythrom black tea is red. We have just seen in above reaction. Between pH 7 and 11, it is in blue color, and above pH 12, it is orange in color. Okay, this is the structure of EBT, erythrom black tea. This is the structure one. See, at the left hand side there is sodium plus, that means it is sodium salt, just we have seen above. Then it will be easily soluble. In heated titration, only the blue color in the range of pH 7 to 11 is of interest. The end point color change is from red to blue. असल में जब हम EDT का टाइट्रेशन कर लेते हैं उसमें जब हम EBT इंडिकेटर डालते हैं मेटल आयन सॉल्यूशन में तो वो रेड कलर दिखाता है। ओके, और जब एंड पॉइंट आ जाता है EDT के साथ तो उसका ब्लू कलर हो जाता है। द ग्रेटेस्ट ड्रॉबैक ऑफ EBT इंडिकेटर इज दैट इट्स सॉल्यूशन इज डिकम्पोजेस rather रैपिडली। ओके, असल में वो जो कलर रहता है ब्लू कलर वो ज़्यादा देर तक मतलब सॉल्यूशन को टिकता नहीं, इजीली डिकम्पोज हो जाता है जब एंड पॉइंट आने के बाद भी। ओके, नाउ द सेकंड एग्जांपल विल बी द म्यूर ऑक्साइड। ओके, this is the structure of muroxide oxide. Actually, muroxide oxide is ammonium salt of perpuric acid. Okay, and this is the structure of the muroxide oxide indicator. This one. This is generally used as its ammonium salt. It is used in heated titration as a metal and indicator for the metals like calcium, nickel, cobalt, zinc, cadmium, copper, etc. in the pH range of 6 to 13. See, in this muroxide oxide is used in heated titration, and this muroxide oxide indicator form a complex with the what? Calcium, nickel, cobalt, zinc, cadmium and copper in between the range of 6 to 13 pH. The color change at the end point is from red to blue violet. Okay, the endpoint color of this indicator into the data transition will be the initially it will be the red color, and at the end point it will show the violet blue color. Okay, so we have seen the theory of metal ion indicator, requirements and examples of the metallochromic indicators. Here this chapter will be completed. Okay, thank you dear student.